And boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So as requested, I have here FIFA 20. This is the demo version. It is developed by EA Vancouver and Romania. It is Frostbite 3, the same engine behind the latest Battlefield games, Need for Speed. Well, you know, EA games have been using Frostbite in pretty much all their games, and well, that's it. So for today I wanted to check out how it performs in our old and weak laptop to see if it can handle it or not. So I'm using Windows Game Bar to record, and specifically in this game it seems to have a performance impact higher than usual. So without recording, the game behaves a little bit better, but still unfortunately not perfect. So this game brings a ton of new stuff comparing to the old FIFAs, but we will get there. So let's start first with the requirements of this game. So they ask for an E3 2100. This is what I believe to be a dual core CPU. I believe it adds a hyper-threading, so it's kind of similar to what we have, 8 gigs of RAM and the GTX 660. So in graphic card matter we are below the minimum, so I decided to go with the minimum settings that the game allowed, which is 720p low settings. This is the minimum possible you can go, and with this, in a regular match in a normal stadium, what I got was an average of well, let's say overall the average was 42. But what really happens is, during the cutscenes, for example, the entrance on the field or the lower camera pans like penalties and stuff like that, the game runs between 20 to 30 frames per second. In most demanding scenes it might even get to 15 frames per second. Alright, but what you will expect in these cutscenes, it is pretty much 20 to 30 frames per second. In my opinion, despite they might look a little bit laggy, it doesn't really affect anyone, since it's just a simple cutscene. You are not really playing the game, so I think you can actually get along with it without many issues. Although regarding in the gameplay, for example, where it is more important, you want to have 60 frames per second in this game, and unfortunately, even with the minimum settings possible with this PC, and specifically because of the GPU, we aren't really able to have that frame rate. What happens is, for most of the gameplay, the game will run between 50 to 60 frames per second. Alright, it is still very playable, don't get me wrong, you can still play FIFA 20 just absolutely fine, but it just doesn't offer that smoothness of the 60 frames per second. There are areas, for example, near the goalkeepers, if you have all the players there, for example, in a corner, it might get a little bit more demanding and it can decrease to 45 frames per second. But like I said, it is still very playable, no issues whatsoever, but you don't get those smooth 60 frames per second that you should have for this game, or like you have on a console, for example. So what can I talk about FIFA 20? So I just tried the demo, and I believe the big news for this game, it is the Volta Football. The Volta Football, it's what I consider to be pretty much the FIFA Streets. They made a lot of changes on the shooting of the ball. For example, I decided myself to leave both matches to be played by the CPU and not by me, because usually I'm not very good at football games, but since they changed a lot the way that you shoot the ball, for me it was hard, and I hadn't too much time to try it out, so I let the CPU to play. So they made some changes that might require you to adapt, and the Volta Football, it is a very welcome, but honestly I didn't find it really special. It is something new, and I give them that. 3 versus 3 on FIFA Street style football with a lot of new movements and animations, freestyle. It's always welcome to see new stuff in FIFA games, but regarding gameplay, I wasn't really satisfied with what I saw in there. Alright, as usual, the game costs $59.99, so typical release date price for Pro Evolution or FIFA. And I guess that's all that I have to talk about FIFA. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the match. It's just off time. I didn't play the full match or left CPU playing the full match. I just played kind of off match, just for you to have an idea how it performs mostly and how it looks. Alright, so guys, that's all. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
That's what both managers would have been saying, but now the opening goal's gone in. Tactics have got to change. Well, it's good play. Ian Wright always told me, stand in the middle of the goal. It sounds simple, but you don't have to get a lot of goals from that position.
Underway once more. Liverpool have the lead. Modric. Now Casemiro. Benzema. Pretty close to worrying the scoreboard operator.
No, it's worth a try though, but when he looks at the position he is in, he'll be disappointed he didn't hit the target.
Hazard on the ball. An important interception. I must say, no shortage of space. He has time to play it over. Robertson. Teammates in the middle. Just what the Liverpool fans wanted to see as they extend the lead to 2 goals.
Well, here's the replay, here's the value of crosses, and when they come in like this, almost teed up on a plate, he swings his boot at it, catches it, absolutely perfect. What a finish.
So 2-0 now. Karim Benzema. Now here's Eden Hazard. Tremendously strong in the tackle.
Liverpool have hardly had the ball, but when they've had the ball, they keep delivering the sucker punch. A great advert for low possession, counter-attacking football. It's really working.
This is Salah. Fabinho. Alexander-Arnold. He takes aim. And stifled by Casemiro. Karim Benzema. Can they hit on the break? Just fizzled out, really. Possession ceded by the Merengues. Mane. Useful ball towards the back post this time. So a throw in here. Now Casemiro. Eden Hazard. Well, they've jumped in front, Lee. That's the most important thing. Your assessment so far?
Well, Liverpool will be happy if it stays like this. Still some work to do in the second half, though. With the clock ticking down before their half-time cup of tea, it's important you keep the concentration.
Henderson has it. The referee has decided that 2 additional minutes are in order. Mane. Looking confident with the ball at his feet. Attending to his defensive chores. And the first half is in the history books here at the Bernabeu.